Are you ready, kids?
Aye, Captain.
I can't hear you.
Aye, Captain.
Who lives in a pineapple in Palestine?
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Loyal to Allah and Muhammad is he.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
If IDF nonsense be something you wish,
SpongeBob SquarePants.
then drop on the deck and cover your head.
Hey everybody, Dan Hominem here with my annual video. These are your exact GPS coordinates. You are currently enjoying a Krabby Patty and fries at the KRUSTY KRAB restaurant located in Ramallah, Palestine. And yes, this was a real place. It was a pretty much perfect replica of the KRUSTY KRAB, complete with life-size statues of SpongeBob characters, including a radioactive Mr. Krabs. Now, what I actually could not find was a picture of a SpongeBob statue. I'm sure there is one somewhere, but from all the photos I've seen of the place, I could not find one. There's not a lot of information on this place, but here's what we do know. It opened on July 24th, 2014 and closed at some point in 2019. So yeah, it's not even open anymore. We also know, and it's probably pretty obvious, that this is not an officially sanctioned Nickelodeon project. This is a work of copyright infringement. They got away with this because they're in Palestine, which, according to the US government, doesn't exist. So they can't exactly enforce trademarks there. This wasn't the only KRUSTY KRAB replica. There were others, like in Santa Elena, Costa Rica, Moscow, Russia, and in Davao City, Philippines, which, as far as I can tell, that one might still be open. Now, to me, the one in Palestine, or the West Bank to be more specific, is the funniest one because it's Palestine. It's in the middle of a country that's basically perpetually in a war. Technically, the restaurant was called Sulta Burger, which is just the name of a Krabby Patty in the Arabic dub of the show. Now, why was this even open? Well, I did find an old interview from one of the co-owners of the restaurant, Narima Etma. She says she opened the restaurant so the children of the West Bank can experience a sea-like environment since the West Bank is landlocked and difficult to leave. I did find what is supposedly a menu from the restaurant, though I am skeptical as to whether or not this is genuine. According to this menu, they sold seafood salad, meaning that little Timmy could go eat Larry the Lobster and Mr. Krabs. They can also drink some Sprit. I can confirm the seafood salad thing because later in that same interview with the co-owner, she stated how they sometimes have issues getting seafood into the West Bank because they import it from Gaza, but Gaza's under a trade blockade, so sometimes they can't get it from Gaza. So a lot of the times, it's just Krabby Patty with fries. And by the way, this is what the Krabby Patties looked like, which looks a lot like the Nasty Patty from the Health Inspector episode. A Reddit user called BlackBunny2424 claims to have visited the restaurant and has this to say about it. I'm a Palestinian that lives next to that building. Sorry to tell you, they shut it down 2 years ago and it got replaced with a coffee shop. I'm pretty sure I got food poisoning after I tried one of their burgers when I was a kid. Well, considering what they look like, I can't say I'm surprised. The coffee shop is in the same building, but now it is covered in banners and posters that promote their coffee shop and Coca-Cola. If you would like to find this on Google Maps, it can be a touch tricky, but if you go over to Palestine Israel on Google Maps and you type in Sulta Burger, it'll zoom in on Ramallah, Palestine, and it'll bring up, it's not actually where it's at, but it'll bring up kind of the restaurant listing for it. You can look at a few pictures. That's not its actual location though. Its actual location is a little ways up here. If you see this wooden building up here at the little coffee shop marker, that is where it's actually at. The marker's just in the wrong spot. Now, surprisingly, they actually have Street View in the West Bank, which I was very surprised by. So if we drop the guy here, you can see it here. Now, it's not on Street View from back whenever it was the Krusty Krab. It's only that coffee shop now. Or at least maybe it precedes the Krusty Krab. It's hard to say because it was taken in 2017. But either way, that's where it is. That's about all we know about Krusty Krab Palestine. If you know any other weird places I should look into, let me know in the comments. And leave a like down there and subscribe because I intend on making more videos like this.